Machiavellianism is the most dangerous and cunning part of the dark triad. More manipulation is found in this personality than in the other two. To understand why this personality is so different from the other two, we need to understand where this term came from. In the 16th century, a book called The Prince became very famous. This book was written by an Italian philosopher named Niccolò Machiavelli. Now, when this book was released, it was banned for a long time. The reason for the ban was within the book itself. This book was based on power, politics, and diplomacy. It contained many methods for acquiring power and controlling people, methods that give even more power to politicians and kings. From the name Niccolò Machiavelli, the term Machiavellianism was derived, which psychologists Richard Christie and Florence L. Geis placed in the dark triad based on certain traits. People who have this personality are called Machiavellians. Although Machiavellianism is placed in the dark triad, it is not a disorder like psychopathy or narcissism. First, let's understand what makes Machiavellianism so special. Insensibility. People with a Machiavellian personality do not make their decisions based on their feelings. Rather, there is always some logic hidden behind their choices. They have no regard for the feelings of other people. Neither their sorrow nor their happiness affects them. This is what separates them from the other two personalities, deceitful and cunning people. With a Machiavellian personality often lie, deceive others, and hide their true intentions. They have mastered the art of deception. They don't care who wins or loses. They only look out for their own benefit. Desire for power and control. Machiavellian people are always hungry for power, and this is what distinguishes them most from psychopaths and narcissists. Whether in politics, business, or relationships, they are always thinking one step ahead and planning to become more powerful than others. The end justifies the means. Machiavellian people do not think about whether something is ethical or unethical. They only see if they are benefiting from it or not. It doesn't matter to them if the person in front of them will be harmed or not. They only need to do what benefits them. Because of this, Machiavellian people consider themselves superior to others, and this is why they are able to become successful in their lives. People with a Machiavellian personality do not engage in bloodshed like psychopaths. Although it may be necessary in the game of power, their nature is not one of violence. However, they can use it when the time comes, but in slightly different ways. There was a line by Niccolò Machiavelli: "What is the need to take up arms against someone who can be won with the mind?" This means, why raise weapons against someone who can be defeated with intelligence? Therefore, their greatest strength is manipulation. There was another line from Niccolò Machiavelli: "To control people, we should use fear more than love." This means that to control people, fear should be used more than love. Those who use love are betrayed over time. But in fear, a person thinks 1,000 times because they are worried about their own life. People with a Machiavellian personality are more highly manipulative than the other two personalities. Machiavellian personalities are made for power, strategic thinking, and a cunning mind. People with a Machiavellian personality think of everything not in the short term, but in the long term. They slowly win people's trust, execute their plans, and attack at the right moment. Morality is just an illusion. For Machiavellian people, morality both matters and doesn't. It only matters until it comes in the way of their power. If morality stands in their way, they will shatter it completely. Psychological warfare. The Machiavellian mind is an expert at playing mind games. They know how to flatter, persuade, and intimidate people so that they act according to their will. Such people use fear more than love because a person can betray you in love. But betraying someone in fear is like shooting yourself in the foot. People with a Machiavellian personality are emotionally detached. Because of this, a mental condition called alexithymia is found in them. This prevents such people from ever becoming emotionally attached to their family and those around them. They can enter into a relationship and even love the person, but they can never feel their feelings or pain. Yes, they can pretend that they love you more than you love them, but they are incapable of actually doing so. Reasons for Machiavellianism. There can be many reasons for becoming a Machiavellian, but the biggest reason is their home environment. If a child has witnessed their parents fighting or their divorce, there is a very high chance they will become a person with a Machiavellian personality. If a child has been tortured by society, it's obvious that they could become a Machiavellian. They will then become a person who can go to any extent to achieve their power. They have learned that every person wears a mask, so they too will wear a mask. For such people, only they themselves matter. They only love themselves. Behind a Machiavellian's mask there is power, money, and everything else. But they have one more thing, and that is loneliness, which causes them to drift further and further away from their feelings. Treating a child in such a way during childhood that they lose their mental stability and their personality becomes such that they cannot understand anyone's feelings. If someone did not receive love in childhood, they will go looking for that love outside. And when they don't get it from the outside either, they turn themselves into a monster. A monster for whom love, feelings, pain, and sorrow hold no meaning. Whether it's the three traits or any other disorder, there is one thing common in all of them: childhood trauma, which turns that child's life into hell.